So I just recently cut my hair and I've been trying to figure out ways to style it and make it look cute. I've always had really long hair, and so this is a whole new thing for me. I had no idea what to do. So I searched YouTube and tried to find something that I could do with my hair to make it look cute. And I couldn't find a really video that it just looked good, because I have really thin hair and everyone that was doing tutorials had beautiful thick hair, and it just didn't work the same on me when I tried to do what they were doing. So I just figured I'm just gonna try it myself. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna try to curl my hair with a flat iron. And I've been messing around with my hair and seeing what ways I like it, and I finally figured out a way that looks good on my hair. But before I get started, I'll show you the products I used in my hair before I blow dried it. And first I put some mousse in my hair, the 24-Hour Body by Tresemme. It just lifts up my roots a little bit. I have really thin hair, so my hair just silks down on my face and doesn't have really much volume, so I must have this in my hair before I even start. Next, I sprayed a little bit, it's a 10 in my hair to just make it feel a little bit nicer, make sure that I'm not burning off my hair because it's just so fried from the bleach. After that, I sprayed the Style Sexy Hair 450 degree protectant in my hair to just around the edges where I have like little hairs, to make sure that they aren't getting fried off when the flat iron goes over them, and as well with the ends, just because they are newly bleached and I don't want them falling out. And then to make sure I put in the Moroccan oil at my very ends, not at your roots, because it's going to weigh it down and it's not going to look as volumized as it could. So just at the ends, I just do one pump into my hands, rub it together, and put it at my ends. After I put all that in, I just blow dried my hair, and I like to do it off to the side. Sometimes I'll do it down the middle, but most of the time I think, since I have such a round face, it looks better off to the side. After that, well, here we are. This is where we're going to start. So first you're going to need a clip. What I do is I just go to my ears, pull it back so I have my bottom hair hanging out, and I'm gonna clip it to the top of my head. After that, I just split it in two, put it onto the side, and make sure it's nice and even, so it's not, when you curl your hair, it's not all lopsided. Now I'm gonna grab just a little piece, not a very big piece. I want more structured than loose, so I grabbed a little piece, and I'm gonna grab the straightener, put it at the ends, pull it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna twist it and just keep twisting it backwards, and then pull it all the way through. And now it's got a cute little curl. But I don't want all my hair to all blend together in little curls in the back, so what you're going to do with the next piece, you just grab it, and when you put it on, you're going to flip your hand. Instead of your hand facing forward, it's going to face to the back, so when you're pulling it out, you can go forward instead of you going backwards like you did the last hair, because this just makes your hair so it doesn't form together and make your hair just not look as thick and voluminous. So the last piece I like to do when the pieces are the closest to my face, to curl them back so it's not curling into my face. So this piece I'm just gonna pull out and curl back like I did to the first piece. And it just has cute little curls. To make sure those hold in place, I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of Aussie Awesome Volume. It's an alright hold, but it's not my favorite. I've yet to find a really good hairspray. So what I'm going to do is spray it a little bit at the ends and then scrunch it up to make sure it's just holding that bounce. Alright, and now it's on to the other side. We're going to do exactly the same. I'm going to fast forward through this side so you don't have to re-watch the same thing, and then I'll meet you when I'm pulling my hair down. Now I'm just gonna put my hair to the back so it's not in my way. And I'm gonna pull down the next section of my hair. It's just gonna be about to your temples and pull it back. You don't want to put too much hair into it so that when you curl it, it doesn't have it's not as cute as a little curl. It's gonna be loose and just fall out easier. All right, so you're gonna grab all the hair that's not the hair you've already curled. Just look into the back and see if any straight pieces fell down. If not, just grab it all together in your hand and divide it with your thumb in the back. So I'm just pulling this part and dividing it. And now it's off to the sides. And again, let's do exactly what we did the first time. Remember, first curl, you just curl it back, and the next one you curl it forward, next one curl it back. And if that's the last hair, then curl that one back as well. You don't want this curl curling forward into your face. I find it looks better when it is curled back. Alright, so when you pull this piece down, just like the last one, I'm just going to pull it to where, probably just at the edges of my forehead. I'm just going to pull it back, and now I'm going to start on that layer. Alright, so now when you get to the top of your head, you have quite a lot of hair just right in the back at your crown of the head. And what you're going to do is just put your thumb through straight across and just get that part of hair so we can curl that separately from the top, so that you can just get a better curl out of it when you do that, because it's not as much hair you'll have to work through. Alright. So you just pick up that piece that you just pulled out and split that in two, and you're going to curl both those to the back, on this side to the back, and then when you get to this side, you're going to curl that to the back as well. And sometimes the hairs at my crown are a little bit coarser, and so you're going to have to go over it a couple times if your hair is like that too, and to make it curl better. Alright, so now you got to the top. You're just going to do exactly the same, except I don't ever curl any of the top hairs forward, just because when I put my hand through it, it just kind of messes it up and it doesn't look as cute as if they're going all over the place. It just looks nice when they're all going to the back. when you're at the top, usually with short hair, the top pieces are way longer than the ones at the bottom. So you're gonna have to curl it, twist it a little bit more than you did the bottom twists. So it's just gonna twist a little bit more and it'll come out nice and cute. All right. Sorry if I seem a little bit nervous. This is my first video and I don't know where to look. I don't know where to look in like the viewfinder or I don't know. I just keep looking at all three, the mirror, the screen, and just, oh, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. With the bangs, I do exactly the same thing as I did the whole way up. Some people do it a little bit differently, but I just like to make it look nice and kind of just go with the rest of the top of my head. So I just go to the bottom of the root, pull it out a little bit, and twist it all the way out. So there you go. I'm going to spray it up a little bit, make sure it's going to stay in place. So I usually just let it set for a second to make sure the curls aren't going to fall out. But right now I'm just going to run my fingers through it at the bottoms, to the side, make sure it's not all tight and structured. I like it a little bit like a beachy wave, not so curly and in place. I like to make it messy a little bit. I'm going to get my Tangle teaser. And what I like to do with it is just at the back, kind of like around the crown area, just gather some hair and tease it to make it look a little bit more voluminous. Like I have hair and then I wasn't born with little strands of nothing. I swear, since I was 5, I had the same thickness of hair. Hasn't changed. Maybe when I get a little bit older, maybe when I have kids. Alright, so here's the finished product. I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see. So it's just nice and curly. It's not real structured. It looks more like a beachy wave, but I've been loving this. I've been doing it almost every day I'm off work. I work about 5 days a week. I don't work Wednesdays or Saturdays, but on those days, this is what I am showing off. So I hope you like it. Thank you for picking on my channel today, and I'll see you next time.